Hi everyone, I'm Tina, the Creative Guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and today I am going to show you how I took the Japanese art form of Kintsugi that teaches us that in life we can turn adversity into something that is beautiful and resilient and utilize it in paper crafting. So I took this just basic piece of cardstock, just like so, and I wadded it up just like that. Made a great big old ball of it and straightened it out. And I am going to add my gold, right? So to do that, I am going to take my Versamark ink and just put it on those raised creases like so. And I'm going to heat emboss this. I'm using, just like in Kintsugi, I am using gold toned heat embossing powder. I'm just sprinkling it liberally because, sometimes life throws us a whole bunch of hot mess, right? And many of us have experienced that. And I'm actually doing this fairly heavy um, because it's been a day, I've had my ups, I've had my downs, and I just really decided that I was going to celebrate all my wins and embrace the joy. And so I'm actually going to use this for a scrapbook layout later this week. And normally I would have gone on ahead and tapped this with my anti-static and then brushed it off. But I really decided I was after the harshness and the intensity. So I'm taking the heat gun, I'm turning it on, and normally, like I do this, I preheat the back because it tends to make it so when my powder is melting, it melts more evenly. And so all I'm doing is I'm just waving it around, waiting for my embossing powder to melt. And you'll see it when you're heat embossing that it just goes super pretty and smooths out. And so just like Japanese traditional kintsugi, where you end up with a crack or a split or a broken piece of pottery, and they took gold and patch it so that you end up with almost a whole new piece of art. I feel that way as a person who's experienced adversity over time and determined that I wasn't going to be thought I wouldn't think of myself as a survivor. I wanted more than surviving. I wanted to thrive. And see, isn't that gorgeous? So even though I wadded that up and I could have torn it, in fact I may go ahead and do another one here where I tear it. This is going to make a beautiful, beautiful mat. I'm going to use it to mat a photo in the scrapbook layout in my fall colors, and it's going to be a happy photo as I use this for my embrace the joy challenge. So that is my take on Kintsugi. I'm going to go ahead and do another one here for you, and I'm going to turn on some extra light so it's a little you can see a little bit better maybe. There we go. I'm going to do this one where I tear it, and I've got all of this funky edge going on, and maybe I want to save this, like just like that. I don't want it flappity. So I'm going to grab my um, my clear Versamark ink again. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to pull that over a little. I'm going to get that edge where I've done the tearing, And I'm going to get it nice and juicy with this ink. Then fold that down and rub that on because I really want this to be pretty. And the thing about this is you never know how it's going to turn out, just like life. And when you're experiencing pain or challenge or frustration, or you're just feeling like nothing's going right, everything's a challenge, right? So it's kind of the same. So I am going to take my liquid glue because I want to patch this crack that I did intentionally. And I'm going to put that on the back. And I'm going to glue that together. Let's see here. Get that to flow a little better. Just like that. Put it back together. Smush it. Then I am going to put my embossing powder on again. And then we'll heat emboss it. At which point that tear or that crack is going to be beautiful. So I did some over the crack and I did some over that white tear. And again, I did this super, super, super heavy because why not? I have this beautiful tray that comes with our toolkit. And so I can just shake it all out. Waste not, want not. Tap it off. We're going to tap it off again. And these tweezers help keep it all where I want it. Got my little brush here so I can brush off some of the excess because I don't want this one quite as heavy. I want this one a little bit more of a small break, right? Because sometimes it's little things in life that just pile up. And I'm going to use my tray and pour it back into the jar so that I can use it again on my next project. Set that aside. Close that off. You always want to close your embossing powders because honestly, you never know when you're going to tip it over. I have lots of experience with that. So we're going to go ahead and get that nicely melted. And as you can see, it's just brightening up as the heat tool melts the embossing folder. And this is going to be gorgeous for a backdrop on a layout, as a mat for a photo. This particular piece I might actually go ahead and use on a card for a friend who's also recovering from surgery, and to remind her that although it is a long path, gorgeous things happen. She has a hard time tearing paper, and I'm like, tear into it, break it, make it different. It's all fine. So that is my take on how we can utilize Kintsugi in paper crafting to create something beautiful from the ashes, from the mess, from the breakage and the wrinkling and the crinkled up paper of our lives. I hope this helped inspire you, and I would love for you to share in your comments some photos of your own on our Facebook group. Have a great day. Bye for now.